It's 4:30 a.m. on a Tuesday, and Kelly is rushed to the hospital to unexpectedly deliver her twins. At only 29 weeks, the babies will be born nearly 2 months too soon. Kelly and her husband only get to see the infants for a moment before they're rushed to the neonatal intensive care unit, or NICU. The twins suffer from a variety of health issues, including apnea, meaning they're unable to breathe for extended periods of time. However, there is no current technology to detect all types of apnea, leaving the infants at risk. Fortunately, they're monitored around the clock, and eventually they're deemed healthy enough to go home. They are lucky to go on to live healthy lives, despite the fact that undetected apnea episodes too often lead to short and long-term health issues or even death. Thus, the recovery could have been safer and faster with better technology with the NICU. In fact, every year, 15 million infants are born prematurely worldwide, and 60% of them suffer from apnea with an obstructive component. However, there's no current technology to detect these specific types of episodes. It costs the US alone $13 million each year when infants are readmitted to the hospital due to obstructive apnea, not to mention millions of dollars in impaired lives resulting from undetected episodes. Since complications related to prematurity are the #1 cause of death for children under the age of 5, the world needs the best and safest technology within its NICUs. My name is Nicole.
And my name is Zach, and we represent ApneAir. ApneAir will be the first device of its kind. Current technology in the NICU detects one type of apnea by monitoring chest movement associated with breathing. However, obstructive apnea is not indicated by chest movement, but rather by nasal airflow. Unlike current technology, our device will externally clip around oxygen-delivering cannulas and sit just underneath the infant's nose to receive nasal airflow. It utilizes a 2-sensor system for reliability and efficiency. When the infant stops breathing, an alarm system is activated, telling NICU staff to take further intervention and save the infant's life. When the device is no longer needed, it is removed from the cannula and disposed of. ApneAir can become the new standard care in detecting all types of apnea in premature infants. To promote our device, we will first integrate ApneAir into Hackensack University Medical Center, the location of our clinical advisor, and then from there expand into NICUs in New Jersey, then to the Northeast, and then to the nation at large. We intend to license our software annually to NICUs, with the device itself being sold as individual units. ApneAir is patentable and is subject to FDA approval as a 510(k) Class 2 device. To further fund clinical trials and additional tests, we are asking you for $200,000. By pricing each unit of ApneAir at $50, in addition to licensing the software annually to NICUs, there is a market potential of $580 million each year in the US alone. Thus, your contribution will save money, time, and most importantly, lives. Doctors will be able to detect the undetectable, and parents and babies will breathe better with ApneAir. Thank you for your time, and we look forward to your questions.
Thanks for the presentation, guys. Really good. Can you give us a little more color on what you'll spend $200K on?
Sure. So we need to first do more safety and efficacy testing. We've done a bunch of it so far. And then also we need to run clinical trials within Hackensack, which we have a partnership with. So just to work the manpower and then actually build the prototypes, that will probably cost around $200,000.
Just briefly, how did you come up with the price of $50 per unit?
So we came up with $50 per unit just because right now we're using a relatively cost-effective ABS material for the prototype material. So that led us to an approximate price of $50. And then from there, it's really just the wires and the circuit boards, which are also relatively cheap as well.
Yeah, and since it's disposable, we figured this is a reasonable price for one disposable unit.
How long is the FDA approval process?
It depends. So we are Class 2, so it's not like it's not invasive at all. So it should take perhaps 6 months. Once again, we just need to collect enough data to prove that it works and it's safe and it's efficacious.
And additionally with that too, it's also a 510(k) device, so we actually are going to compare our current technology to other devices that have that technology at that same time, so that way it'll minimize that time process even further.
In regards to like prevalence, like how many events happen per year, and then any anticipated impact that you might have on that with this device?
Sure. So there are 520,000 premature infants born in the U.S. each year alone. As I mentioned, there's 15 million in the world. And of the 520,000, all of them are at risk for apnea, and specifically around 310,000 have obstructive apnea, which our device can detect, unlike anything else.
Thank you very much.